Of course.
Not change the faith, but change the way in which I was expressing and living my faith.
Exactly, and I think you said something really important. That is, you express it the way that you feel, or in your way. And for a lot of people, Christians are closed, are like church nerds, to say like this, church nerds, that like they are against relationships, to say like this, if they are not married, or they are against this, against that. They are super close. They are the church, and it's not the same. And when you say I'm a Christian, I mean, I actually have the necklace here. When I say I'm a Christian, doesn't mean that I'm going to the church every Sunday, or doesn't mean that I'm into this. I express in my own way too, or I live it in my own way. Some things more into church, other things less into church. Being a Christian doesn't mean only being into the church, right?
That is a difficult one. The reason why it's a difficult one is because you're right in some of the things that you say. The biggest issue that we have is that in the second century, Christianity was made a religion.
Yeah.
Before that, it wasn't a religion. It was a way of life. Jesus never started a religion. Jesus started it a way of life,
right.
a different way of thinking and a different way of expressing what you believe.
Right.
That's what he came to do. So, but to what you're saying, well, we can live it in our own way, yes, within the context of the Christian faith, if
exactly.
if you understand it, and the Christian faith within the context of Christian faith, the church is very important, because the church is not. The church is very important, not for the sense of the liturgy of the church. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying to you now.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
It's not about the form of the church, or going to church and listen to somebody sing, preach, teach. It's not about that. That's not the church. That is an activity of the church.
That's what I meant. That's actually what I meant. Like,
the church,
I live my way.
The church is a group of people. The church is not a building. The church is not an activity. The church is not a belief. The church are the people. The people are the word church. The word church simply means is the word community. So the community of people is a community we all have something in common. That's where the word comes from. What do we all have in common is the same way of thinking, in a way to wanted to follow Jesus. That's what we have in common. That is our community.
That's what I meant. I mean, that's what I meant. Like, when I say, like, I don't want to say that the church is not important. The meaning of, for me, being a Christian means following that lifestyle, or like that way of living that they had before, that mentality, that things that Jesus teaches, or that put in the society. But it doesn't mean that I'm into the church, the physical church, listening to somebody every Sunday. And I don't think neither that that's all the meaning of being a Christian. For me, expressing in my own way would mean following that mentality or that lifestyle, helping others, being truthful, all the mentality that he actually teaches us, without having to be in a church every Sunday, into the physical church every Sunday. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, being in the community, being with people with the same belief, the same faith. That's what I mean. And a lot of people get confused with, if you're a Christian, means that you are into the church every Sunday. No, doesn't mean that.
Well, it can mean that if that's what you want to make it to mean, but that's not what it means.
Exactly. It's not exactly what it means. So it's an important point to differentiate one thing with the other one.
Yeah. So, for example, if you ever watch any films about the life of Jesus, the life that Jesus lived with his disciples, or the life that Jesus lived with his apostles, that's what church. Calling me church didn't exist at that time, because the church happened after Jesus left.
Yeah.
And that is basically church, is doing life together, sharing life together in a community of people, not in a building and not in a system.
Exactly. That's the important message that there are not a lot of people saying or understanding. And I think that's really important what you just said. For everybody, you should have clear what he just said. It doesn't mean the physical church is the community.
Yeah.
Exactly.